Hey guys, welcome back to Paracord Planet. I've got a quick knot tutorial for you today. It's the water knot. This one's unusual as it's mostly tied in webbing rather than rope. If you don't know it by that name, it's also known as the tape knot, the ring bend, the overhand follow-through, the grass knot, though Google searches for that one brings up Pokemon. Before we begin this tutorial, I should note that I am not a professional climber, and so anything said in this video should not be used for climbing without first seeking the help of a professional climber. In the climbing community, this knot is known as the safest way to join two lengths of webbing, and possibly the only way of joining two lengths of webbing. But a more relevant application to the everyday man would be a ratchet strap. Made out of lighter duty webbing most of the time. Mine is actually worn through from use, so if this were to wear all the way through, I wouldn't have to throw it out. I could just tie it back together using a water knot. Tying this knot is relatively simple. It starts with a simple overhand knot, though we tie that a little bit differently in webbing. We don't just want to grab it and tie it into a knot quickly. We want to make sure that it's facing the right direction, it being a flat length of rope. So fold it around to one side like this, and then over the top, and finally through the middle. If you were to tighten it down like this, it should be able to lay flat. We'll loosen that back up a bit, and we'll add in our second color. We'll start by going underneath the blue cord, following it the opposite direction through the knot. So follow it through, bring some extra, and wrap it right over the top. Again, making sure that there's no twists around each other and no twists in the cord. Once you're through, it should look like this, nice and clean. We'll tie that tight, making sure that everything stays flat. Once it's tightened down, it looks about like this. Ideally, you'd have longer ends than this, so I'm going to pull some extra through on both ends. And that way we can do a backup knot to ensure safety. So tying the backup knot is pretty simple. We're going to take that small end, bring it up to the top, fold it underneath, fold it back around to the top, and then fold it down like this to go through that blue loop. And we want all this to be on top of our red end here. And then before we tighten it down, we just want to situate it as close as we can to the original water knot. And keep our webbing flat as we go. And finishing it off this way just makes a nice clean knot that isn't going to catch on things, with our tail end here parallel to our standing end. So do that on the other side as well. So here's our completed water knot. It's best to tighten this down with your full body weight before actually using it. That ensures that it's not going to jiggle loose later. So there you have it, the water knot and some of its various uses. I hope you guys found this one useful and will try it out for yourselves. Stick around if you like these tutorials. We put out paracording tutorials and knot tutorials twice a week. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.